Hello Aquarius, welcome to your August 2018 reading. This is a general reading for you, Aquarians. Also listen to your rising sign and your moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. This is a general reading. If you would like to have a personal reading that is specific to you, then you can follow the link below to my website and have a look there. There's a list of all the different types of readings I offer and payment methods as well. So it's all listed there if you would like a one-on-one reading with me, which is going to be very specific to you. So having said that, let's have a look. Oh, I also want to tell you about timing. Because your birth charts are all different, timing's going to be different. So for some of you, this will already have started. Some of you, this is going to be happening as we speak. And for some of you, it may happen a little later on. So also listen to previous months, because sometimes the timing is such that those things will be happening for you this month. So have a listen to July as well. That may be spilling over into August for some of you. So timing's always very, very different because it is a general reading. Okay, so let's have a look at what's going on here. So the first card that I've got for you is the Devil card. And the Devil card is, what my guides are telling me here is, what is it that is, what's going on around you? I want to say, choices and decisions that you're making, really analyze them. Have a look at what choices and decisions you're making, and are you making them for the right reason? Are you being true to yourself? Because I feel like this is sort of impacting on your sense of fulfillment and happiness, your sense of being true to yourself. So what is the situation that is around you? It's going to be different for each of you, but there's a situation around you that you've been making choices, you've been making decisions for the wrong reasons, or is it that someone is manipulating you? Is there some sort of emotional manipulation or some sort of manipulation that is causing you to make decisions that you're not honoring yourself, are not true to you, because then that's going to also impact on your sense of fulfillment and happiness, is what I'm getting a sense of. It's also being crossed by the Ace of Cups. And so to me, the Ace of Cups is about romance, is about love, it's about emotions, huge emotions. Because it's the Ace of Cups, there's huge emotions. And for some of you, it's emotions that are already there around you. And so this form of manipulation, is it coming from someone that you're emotionally connected to? It could be a family member, it could be a partner. It could, for some of you, I'm feeling like a partner wants to relocate, wants to move for work. You're doing that under sufferance, because is that really what you're wanting? Is it really what you're wanting to do? Is it really what is going to make you happy? So that needs to be brought up and needs to be discussed, really aired, because you need to also be considered, rather than saying, yeah, look, okay, let's do this, and you're not really content, because it's going to impact on you further down the track. Okay, so it's really about honoring that. For some of you, it's about a new relationship that that has started. If it hasn't started, it's a new relationship you're going to get into. Be very careful that there's not manipulation there. Okay, I feel like this person could be quite strong, quite controlling, and there could be quite a lot of manipulation there that's making you feel caged in, making you feel trapped, making you feel you're in a situation that you can't get out of because somebody else is pulling your strings. It's time to sever those strings. It's like you're not a puppet on a string anymore. You're not dancing to somebody else's tune. So if you have just met someone, or will meet someone in August, be very mindful of the choices and the decisions you're making. Are they yours, or are you being manipulated into making them? So it's going to be very different for all of you. Some of you are already in a relationship, in a marriage, in a partnership. Is it equal, or is there some sort of manipulation going on there? Are you doing things to please the other person rather than honouring yourself as well, considering what you're wanting as well? All relationships have a level of compromise. Is there compromise, or are you the one that's making all the sacrifices? So really look at what's going on there. I feel like that's very strongly around you. Okay, I feel like that's very, very strongly around you. I also want to say to you, because what's in the place of the subconscious, you know, the Page of Cups, that's emotions. And that pages are generally thinking about things, processing, not taking action yet, just processing them, thinking about them. I want to say to you, so have you been writing things down? Have you been weighing things out? If you haven't, then it's a good idea to write the pluses and minuses of a situation and really look at how that's working for you. Really, before you jump in and take action, really think about how you're going to best handle this situation, how you're going to best deal with this. For some of you, I feel like it may be time to get professional help, get some counselling, get some professional help to help you with a particular situation that's going on here, that there's just a little bit, I feel like there's control around you, and that needs to be dealt with as best in the best way possible. So I feel like there's a need in you to either write things out or seek professional assistance in that. It could even be just talking to friends and processing and listening to what they have to say and what their thoughts are on a particular situation, because this is all, I feel like this has been a long time in coming, but I feel like it's now sort of gotten to a point where it's caught you in August. It's really going to take your attention in August. I feel like it's really, whether it's because you're hitting rock bottom in this situation, and it could be at work, could be family members, it could be a partner, where you've been able to tolerate it or you've been able to work with it, but you're reaching a point now where you're rock bottom. You can't go any. You can't do it anymore. You've reached the end of your tether. So it's all a cycle, and so it's about really addressing these issues really well, so that you can move on. You can improve the situation. Improving the situation might be leaving your place of employment, turning your back on particular family members that aren't working for you, really ending a relationship if it's not going to be working for you, or making them completely aware of what's going on so that things start changing. And I want to say to you, you regain some of your power, empower yourself. You've sort of given it away. I feel like a lot of you have just given this away to a particular situation or a particular person, and it's time now to call it back. Sever those ties, sever those manipulative strings, so that you can make choices that are going to suit yourself. And I feel like this has been brought about because in July, in the recent past, and we've had a big eclipse in the end of July as well, which has been healing. But it's sort of, I feel this is your, swords. Swords is Aquarius. And so I feel you've come into your own. I want to say to you, I feel like you've understood how strong you are. You've really been able to tap into who you really are and what you want. It's new beginnings. The Ace of Swords is really new beginnings. It's about thoughts and thinking and what you've thought about. And it's now time to have that new beginning. It's time to really come into your own. This is what I want. Things are going to change, and August is the month to do it. August is the month to set the platform for the change you're going to bring in over the next few months. So it's really important that you identify your strength, really process it, think about it, write about it, identify where the problem areas are, where you're feeling disempowered or manipulated, and start bringing in those changes, because the Wheel of Fortune is also about change. It's the cycles of change. And it's maybe your turn now to bring in that change, because what you've got here is the Magician. And so it's totally your call. It's totally your call to bring in this change. Unless you bring in this change, unless you manifest and bring into reality the changes you want to have take place, then they're not going to. Nobody else is going to do it for you. It's really about you doing this. It's about you calling in these changes. And some of them may be really difficult, but it's about bringing in those changes, manifesting what it is you want in every aspect of your life, honouring yourself, not being manipulated to do what other people want you to do, and be the people pleaser. It's about pleasing yourself now. August is really about reassessing, and this has come up with quite a few signs. August seems to be a really important month to really review and put in place the changes that you're wanting to have happen and take shape, because you've also got here the Fool. But I also get with this, what I'm hearing from my guides is don't be afraid to make those changes. Don't be afraid to bring in those changes and find your inner strength. Don't let that hold you back because you're comfortable. So this is where the Devil card comes in, because you might be in a position of being comfortable. You don't have to do too much. Life just goes on. It's pretty smooth sailing, but you're not happy. So don't be afraid to bring in the changes that you're wanting. Don't be afraid to take that leap of faith and really put forward what you want, how you want things to happen, and what you're wanting to do. It's about your turn to stand up and be counted. So don't be afraid to do that, because, you know, funnily enough, I don't usually read in reverse, but that was in a reverse position. So don't let the fear of you empowering yourself hold you back, because you've also got the Chariot, and that was also in reverse. And the Chariot is about you taking charge, you moving forward. And I always prefer to look at the positive aspects, the possibilities of what can be. What can be. You can have new beginnings. You can take the lead. You have got the courage to move forward in the way you want to move forward. You have got the courage and the strength, because look at this. You've discovered it. You've tapped into it, which has brought in this change. The universe has thought, okay, well, you're ready for it. Let's bring in this change. Take control. Don't allow other people to take charge and play things the way they want to play them. You take charge of what you want. You take charge of the direction you want to move in, and have the courage to let go of things that no longer suit you. If it's work, if it's a relationship, if it's family, whatever it is. And for some of you, I want to say it's children. Time for them to move on so that you can get on with your life. You've done that. You've raised them, so they need to now stand on their own 2 feet. And you need to have the courage to bring those changes in. Voice those demands. Voice what you want. Voice what you're expecting to get from life, from this, where you want to head and what you want to do. Have the courage to do that, because it's going to actually see you, it's going to be really beneficial for you. The more you work on that, the more you honor yourself, the truer you are to yourself, the more you're going to reap. The Queen of Swords is about, the Queen of Coins is about abundance. It's about manifesting. It's about bringing in the luxuries, the changes, the positive changes that you're wanting, moving forward, feeling fulfilled, feeling at peace, feeling you're surrounded by what you want in your life, which brings in happiness. So that's where you're heading. That's where you're heading. And I feel like that's you. That's what is the potential for you. Your final card is the King of Swords. That could be male or female. It could be you as well, because it's you. This is you. This is your sign. This is your strength that you've found. It's either that or it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini person that's around you, but I get a sense of it's you. By the end of August, if you've put this in place, you're going to feel so empowered, so strong, so determined, so confident in your moving forward. It's going to really pave the way for the rest of the year for what's going to come in. You're going to actually take charge and bring to you what you want. You're going to identify what the changes are that you want, and you're going to make them happen. And that's going to empower you even more. So it really is about, you know, your first card and your final card are swords. This new beginning for you. And then you achieving, so it's the first card in the suit and the final card in the suit. So you travel that journey and you really find yourself in August. So it begins in August, and then through this process of reviewing anything you're dissatisfied with, have a look at it. Have a look at, well, why am I doing this? Why am I dissatisfied with this? Why isn't it not what I'm wanting? And work out where the manipulations come from. It could be from your past. It could be someone that's around you. What's tying you to this way of being? And it's time to release it. Absolutely fantastic. So the more work you do in August, the more you pave this, the more you release what is no longer relevant in your life, the more rewards you're going to reap. So that's absolutely fantastic. Oh, you've got 2 that have fallen out, so I'm going to give you 2 because you deserve to have 2. You've got a big month ahead of you. Here it is. Look at this. Can you see that? Let's see. Can I do that? Ask for your needs to be met. How appropriate. These cards are fabulous. They always just summarize what we've been talking about so well. And so it says, God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. So don't forget to ask your guides, ask your angels, ask your ancestors for the help and strength that you need. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask, but only that you do so. And that's about asking people around you too, talking to them, talking to people in your life. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you, okay, which is what I've just said. So ask your guides for assistance, otherwise they can't help you. But also ask people in your life for assistance and talk to them about what's going on with you and what changes you're needing to have brought in place. And so then once you do that, you can organize for success. Organize for success. Don't you love these 2 cards for you? Absolutely fantastic. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action step. And that's this card here. It's about planning. Remember I said write down what you want, write down what you're wanting to achieve. It's about planning. So that's very, very appropriate for you. So I hope that that's been very helpful for you. I wish you a very active, proactive August. Make the changes with ease and grace, and you will reap the benefits absolutely that are coming to you for the rest of the year. So many blessings for you for August, and I will see you next month.